So the other really cool part that I got to see is Cybercab testing, and I got some footage of this last time, but to be able to see the Cybercab, this is the lowest cost per vehicle, the lowest cost per mile vehicle ever made. Don't mess with Tesla. Well, that's what I learned when I went to the shareholder meeting this past year and I got this amazing cowboy hat. So howdy and welcome back to the channel, Tesla Owners of Silicon Valley. We have another special one for you. We were able to drone again at the Tesla Fremont Factory. You know, this is the most iconic probably factory in the world, just given the history and really in the Tesla world. This is, you know, they bought this factory from GM, but again, you had they bought it from Toyota. And, you know, this factory was pretty much, they were shutting down and Elon got it for a steal. I forgot the exact number. But you're talking, I believe their whole facility has about, 5 million plus square feet now. I think their main factory has about, it's like the size of 92 football fields, something crazy like that. But, with this opportunity, I was able to see Cybercab doing some testing. I saw it going around and just making sure that, they are getting all of the data and information to make sure that the production of this low cost per mile vehicle is absolutely flawless or, as close to perfect as possible. Through this, I saw it doing launches on the track. I saw it going over the speed bumps, speeding, doing, aggressive stops. But the thing that I'm really excited about, obviously I'm really excited about the Cybercab. We'll loop back to that. But I'm really excited about the opportunity that I had to be able to showcase a Model Y going from the charging location after the production line all the way to the outbound lot. If you just think of how many vehicles Tesla is putting out from the Fremont factory, to save that time to probably drive, 5 to 7 minutes from the charging location all the way to the outbound lot. The time, the money, and the logistics just to make that happen is just crazy. Because Tesla has from the iron casting or the casting of the vehicle to paint and battery and to assembly and production, all that comes into really making the best-selling car in the world. They are making every part of that supply chain and process as efficient as possible. And so what I've noticed is, being able to see this was just, it feels like once in a lifetime opportunity. I really don't know, many other people who've been able to, go onto I don't think anyone else has. We know people like Joe and, Zangler out of Nevada and Joe out of Austin have been able to get some amazing footage. But Fremont was the first place where they had an autonomous vehicle go from the charging location all the way to the shipping yard. And the crazy thing is that the cameras actually calibrate itself while it's going down the production line. So I'm going to give kind of a voiceover of, what you'll see through this video as this Model Y is autonomously driving itself. But we really are living in the future. We are living, the future is autonomy and is autonomous. And so it was truly just a blessing to see all of this. A shout out to the Tesla team, Rushi and Salim, for giving me this type of access and spending your time for me to be able to do this. And hopefully you enjoy this video as much as I did filming it and droning it. And please make sure to hit that like, subscribe, and comment what your favorite aspect of this video was. That really helps support the channel and allows us to bring, more awesome content like this. But really, with this opportunity, it's really just to showcase the amazing work that the Fremont factory team is really putting forth. It's really just, this is a company that has faced bankruptcy multiple times, and to see where it's come. When I bought my Tesla back in 2018, I knew that this was the future. And to be able to now see a car that, if any of you have ever calibrated your car, it takes, sometimes 30 miles driving down the highway to get the camera fully calibrated. but to know that this is happening as it's going down the production line, and to be able to, get off the production line, go through some testing, and then hit the charging location. And then from the charging spot, it goes all the way to the outbound lot. So what you'll kind of see here is really, this is really the backside of the Fremont Factory. And if you don't know, the Fremont Factory is backed up to 8 different train tracks. And, it's backed up to that with obviously the huge track that they have in the back, and they have the south lot for parking. And then they also too, if you were to look at this kind of like straight down, depending on which location, they're backed up to the 8 train tracks, but a BART station is over there too, so employees can get access through the back. But really probably in about the middle from end to end. So if you were to take the Fremont Factory, and again, I'm kind of just estimating here, it's probably in about the middle range of the factory, you were able to see these vehicles autonomously drive from the Model 3 and Y, autonomously drive from the charging location all the way to the outbound lot. So you have about 64 charging locations, where all of they're all numbered, and they all pile up, they charge, and then once they're done, they're off. And what they do is they go from the charging location straight onto the road and come to a stop. What I would want to remind you there's golf carts going, there's vehicles that are moving other parts, there's semis going through, there's people that are walking. And so you have a lot going on, and these vehicles are able to fully drive themselves. So here we were able to see a white Model Y get to the stop sign and just drive itself. And again, what's crazy is I just can't get over the fact that when you see this Y, you don't see anyone in the driver's seat. And again, it's driving at, I don't know the exact miles per hour. It feels like probably 10, 15 miles an hour, probably even less. And you see it come to probably 3 or 4 different stop signs, and fully go through the back end of the Fremont Factory. And what do I keep looking at? I keep looking at the fact that there's literally nobody in there. And so here it is at, I believe, the second or third stop. They have a bunch of supplies here, and it's coming up to another stop sign. This is a 3-way stop. And you can see, again, I dropped the drone a little bit to be able to just capture the fact that there's no one in there. And then you see this truck here out on the left. And then here we're getting close to the track. So now you kind of see that grass here on the left, and another stop sign, and again, more supplies here on the right. This is a 2-way stop. And again, there is absolutely no one in there. And I'm going to keep saying that because there's no other company that can do this. So here we are, we're going further down alongside the back of the track. And if you know the Fremont Factory, the track has these 2 huge hairpins because it's literally meant to, for you to speed and then go into a fast turn to just do some testing. But the Model Y here is now going up a hill to get onto, again, we're going to the outbound lot, but alongside the track. And then on the right side, you actually have the whole recycling center. Tesla obviously invests a ton to make their location super eco-friendly and make sure that they can recycle pretty much as many parts, if not all the parts that are possible. So as we're going down, now we're pretty much at parallel with the track. You'll see some of these S and X just blasting by, potentially even a Cybercab, depending on what they're testing. The semi has even been on here. And then we actually hit this creek. And so it hits another stop sign that is pretty much one way. So it's super awesome that, it has to deal with traffic. And I drop it again low just to zoom in on the fact that this thing is completely autonomous. You'll see it actually go into this tent. And what this tent is doing is it's going to take a picture of every single aspect of this car before it goes out to the outbound lot. Who knows exactly what they're going to do with all of the footage, whether it's to track maybe quality assurance, what the car looks like before it hits the road, or really gets shipped, because, as with anything that goes on a truck, anything can happen, right? There's a lot of debris that is out there. But with that said, it's still continuing to go. And again, we're alongside, I believe, what is, a creekside bed that's owned by the city. And so that's why we had to go over that bridge here in the back. So we're going to keep following it here. Again, now you actually have on the left what you can see here. What is absolutely crazy is this is the robotaxi parking lot. So if you know, they are building a Uber and Turo all-in-one, and they are, what seems like to be expanding it fast. This driveway is literally one way. I've driven down the cart the other way, and it's crazy to see that these Ys and 3s are able to stop and deal and make sure that it goes around you safely. And again, we are about to go into the shipping yard. And this shipping yard is huge. I mean, it is like, I don't even know how many vehicles can go here, but I would go by this location all the time. And again, you can see that nobody is in this vehicle. They're not someone sitting on a remote control, just driving this thing. And it's coming to another stop sign here. And again, nobody is in that car. So, but I would always come to this shipping yard and just drive by just to do a demand check to make sure that, to see how many vehicles are being pumped out. And this is before they had the Austin factory, Berlin, and Shanghai. And then again, another stop sign here, and it's making a right. And you can see, again, absolutely no one in the car. But there's no other legacy auto company that is doing what Tesla is doing. So it really is truly just, an exciting time to watch a vehicle completely just drive itself all the way after it's done charging and done some testing, all the way, pretty much from the production line, all the way into a spot by itself. So here it is turning into what looks like B11L, and it's going to go to the very front, which is just super, super cool. And it's going to stop. And you can see I'm going to get it a little bit low just to drive and just see, nobody is there. So super, super exciting to see. They've actually started to have semis do deliveries of these cars. So, sometimes I'll be lucky to be able to see a semi delivering other Teslas to, some of the delivery hubs here in the Bay Area. So pretty cool. But yeah, they're getting ready to get these, get all of these shipped out. And again, the shipping yard is just, I always go to see it, and I see, that I'm just reminded of the amazing work that the Tesla team is doing. And again, they're building cars in the most expensive place on the planet. And again, too, I love being able to drive over the robotaxi lot, because again, it just is a reminder of what Tesla is, right? It's not a car company. It is an Uber and Turo all baked into one. Humanoid robots, energy storage. I mean, it's a bunch of startups all in one. So the other really cool part that I got to see is Cybercab testing. And I got some footage of this last time, but to be able to see the Cybercab, this is the lowest cost per vehicle, the lowest cost per mile vehicle ever made. And that's the goal. And they've actually released another version of this where it has like a glossy look to it. And I think people actually, I think I saw like there was something on X where there was a whole trailer full of them. But it truly is exciting to just see, the measures that Tesla goes to make sure that these vehicles are made safe, that they make them efficiently, that they also too don't take whatever standards have been built before. They take that, throw that out the window, and use a first principles perspective. But I saw this thing going around the track. I saw it going over speed bumps and other various tests here as well. A couple of brake tests, several launches. So it's not a plaid, but cool nonetheless. But with all of that, I just really want to just say thank you so much for the time that you've given me today. And I really truly appreciate the Tesla team for allowing this to happen and giving me this type of access to bring you along and really see that this is not just Tesla putting out a video. This is a regular person, Tesla enthusiasts, who gets to show you really kind of as a citizen journalist perspective. And this, yeah. So with all that said, thank you, Tesla. I hope you enjoyed. I hope you listeners enjoy this video and really get to see what no other company is doing. And this is just the tip of the iceberg on unpacking the amazing work that Tesla is doing. Hope you enjoyed this video. Please make sure to like, comment, subscribe. Obviously, don't mess with Tesla. Don't take my word for it. We will catch you on the next one.